really not much option for BTR in the jungle.
Yeah.
They want to go Harley or something like a Fredrin.
The Harley is a pretty good one. They go for the glue first, though. I like that more than the Kalea. Safer choice. So, ONIC, what's the answer? Is this a flex Yisun Shin to jungle? Is it a gold lane? Both matchups, Yisun Shin, Claude, Freya, Claude is good.
The Freddy wouldn't be terrible here, no? Five control sustain.
What?
Oh, never mind. Wait, if they go gold.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I think the CC is like another. No, too many damage dealers. They need a tank. They need a front.
Like a Gato then?
Huh?
Like a Gato then?
You're looking at the future champion.
Got not use Zong.
Oh, alright, so
Yeah.
Those two do come through. 100% win rate so far in MPL Indonesia.
So what's the jungle? This is
This is
kind of
gonna
cooked
be-
for anyone against Yuzong, right? Like, ONIC are definitely just gonna play for it.
Don't think you want to go Harley here. There's got to be someone on the front.
Definitely not Harley.
You want to go...
You go Suyo?
Is it... I guess that's the best option here.
Right.
Is it crazy to say Benedetta?
Bennett
Nah.
jungle?
I don't think so. That's a bit too... That's a bit of a reach.
I think the Suyo. Oh man, Fredrin isn't that good here.
X-Borg jungle?
No.
Lancelot?
Lancelot, Suyo.
All you need
I think
with
it's either
little
of those
magic
two.
to dream a
They
wonderful
still
dream.
go Harley. They really just want to dive this Yisun Shin Zetian. I'm not kind of betting.
9.4.
9.4 compared to 3.7. I can't believe that 3.7 were given to Onyx Draft, but we'll see though. The decider, the last game to close out this amazing match of these two elite teams of MPL ID. Let's go. It's Sonic versus BTR by Vitality.
Here we go, folks. Game number 3. Who's gonna take it? Will BTR give ONIC their first match loss in Season 17, or will ONIC keep it clean still in Week 3?
People on the edge of their seats right now. Moreno back on the sprint on Tushin for the kite back possibilities. To see who actually goes for the early aggression, because both teams have some strong fighting, but it will depend on the execution.
Once again, like, it's crazy that so far until this match, Kelra has only played the Freya not even once, like 0 times, but in this match, three Freya games for this guy.
Yeah. Quite unusual indeed. Oh, Moreno.
Man, kept that flicker, but he's gonna respect.
Alright. Well, man, Finn is taking a bit more damage than I would be comfortable with here. Looking at the emblems, he was running the Wilderness Blessing and Agility. It's definitely all about clearing fast and roaming for him and Marino, both of them. So, well, they shouldn't really be going for these 2v2 duels.
Oh, Moreno went flicker again.
Al not taking any chances there, just waiting for the Gatot DOT to go away. And so far, Eman has been playing this well enough. Yep.
Nile?
You gotta wait until the...
Deadly
Oh!
Magic. Kelra taking low. Eman wants to finish the job for the Deadly Magic to come through. That's a kill. First blood to Nile.
I like that, not taking any chances.
Yes.
Because the shield will probably proc if...
You never know.
Yeah.
Look at this turtle response immediately from ONIC though. Bigatron can't react. They've shut down Kelra just a little bit though, so they're okay with that trade. Now can't even get any extra value though, so good response from ONIC.
But I think BTR is very happy with the result, right? Because that's been the idea. They want to just concede the turtle fight because we mentioned it earlier, the Yuzhong will make things harder for Nile to get close.
Yep. Fun fact for you guys back at home, Kelra before this match has only died 6 times in total in MPL ID. And right now with that death, Kelra has died 6 times in this match against BTR alone.
Pretty insane stat. That's also pretty insane heart rate from Shogun, man. The guy is locked in. There we go. His focus against the Yuzhong. I think he's gotta play a bit more carefully just for now. And despite the investments into movement speed, Bigatron hasn't really been able to do a solid like mid lane and roam to the side lane to swing the balance.
By the way, I guess this is what Harley brings to you, right? Because how fast the Harley can rotate. Now the winning lane, supposedly for ONIC, doesn't really feel like a winning lane because Harley will always be there lurking in the shadows, and they're just dreading the potential of the burst down, and Kelra already having a taste of it earlier.
That's true. Along with that, the clear really isn't that bad at all for the Harley, so kind of works out fine.
Shogun is just 146. Dude, chill out.
It went down a little bit. He was close to 150 just earlier. I was just trying to pressure though, and again, it's just so annoying, especially because Sans is on an immobile type of hero. You really won't be able to ignore the possibility of the Harley being around very often.
Yeah, and there's really no consequence at all to put that deadly magic just to poke, right? Because the cooldown reduction is actually, or the cooldown is actually quite fast.
Ooh.
And then it's gonna be up in the next objective fight as he secures that genius wand for himself.
Turtle's finally up. Ultimate's available for both teams. Will it be a zone with the Yuzong? Will Bigatron find a big engage somehow?
Oh. We can go on to Keyboy. The mount is ready. But it's not going to go for it. Shogun jumps in as well. In front of Pursuit coming down. The Phoenix will lock him out now. Is he able to go for the back? Shogun with a flicker backwards. He's going to go all in onto him. He's going to be cooked here all alone and taken down by Kai. Petrifying the AOG. Now also able to escape. Finn going to be caught low though. Lantern Flare picking him up. That's Keyboy down. And Mountain Blazing went down the mountain as well. Bringing him under turret. Lutpi falling down in the end. It's a 2 for 2.
Feels like a deja vu on what happened in game number 2 earlier, where ONIC was just super overzealous and bite themselves in the back. And now BTR has to say on what happened to this turtle. Kyrie has to concede.
It was looking for so well for them. Like, they even moved to try and go for a dive under the turret, but I think they stayed too long over there, allowing like 2 kills to be assisted by the turret damage. Bigatron already were losing members, but ONIC really wanted to cement their lead in the early game.
Yeah.
Gotta respect Bigatron a bit more than that, man.
Yeah, I don't really get why they're just so gung-ho on getting the kills, even though they could just zone out all the members of BTR and take the turtle. That's a guaranteed win for them.
Even the AOG under turret from Keyboy too. It's like they wanted to try and equalize the gank earlier and take out Eman maybe? But really, I think you have to like set that up a bit better towards the early game, especially with the kind of crowd control that ONIC has. It's all very ultimate reliant, you know?
Yeah, it's just not good so far for ONIC. The fact that they're already down 1k gold lead pretty much, and both Kelra and Lutpi is playing incredibly passively in their respective lane.
Ooh. Yeah.
This is why.
There you go. Great move, man. He's gonna die in the air. He tried. Oh, that was a nice try.
Oh.
That was so good by Lutpi. He denied the damage, and it ended up being Shogun who tanked up too many turret shots.
But now Kyrie will try to get the kill here on Anaman.
Uh-oh. Great flicker out. Hey, whoa! Wow! 3 ultimates. Valkyrie did everything used up. Finn is caught in a no man's land now. He goes on to the Mount 1 Kelra. Now it's rotating over. Iman has a Blazing Duet. Keyboy's gonna be looking for a Blazing Duet from Iman. Gonna be cancelled out. Meanwhile, now the back line finds Kai with the deadly magic.
Where did it come from? That's definitely a real magic. Personified.
He came out of nowhere from the jungle. Wait, ONIC now on the back foot. Ultimates.
I don't know if they want to defend this turret. Kelra's low. Moreno. Crimson Beacon forward, looking for the knock-up now, able to find it, and that's going to be Keyboy without an AOG, gunned down by Eman on the Claude. Now it's Lutpi, who's looking for the angle! Nile cancels the recall with the deadly magic, a risky move.
We've questioned the Harley pick, but
yeah,
they are utilizing this Harley to the fullest potential. I think this has got to be the best Harley game so far in MPL, right?
Kyrie did a good job, but yeah, I think this is so methodical.
And it's not just an individual performance, they play around the Harley really well.
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah, it really highlights the possibilities of this Harley. Because of the pressure from Bigatron, ONIC are just on the back foot, and when you're like that, the tower dives with the Harley is just so quick, so efficient. It's working out for Bigatron's early game aggression that's been able to actually win out against ONIC.
1k gold lead already on the gold lane here, Rashi.
Man, Eman on a Claude, dude, just gives me...
On anything, to be honest.
Yeah, but especially on the Claude.
Nostalgia?
Yeah, nostalgia. MPLI when he won with RSG. Finals MVP. Oh wait, was he finals? I think it was.
Was it Aqua or?
I don't know, but I remember him blazing the wedding and I had to yell out his name kind of loud.
I mean, you did the same with Aqua.
That's true. But Aqua, MSC 2022. Shout out to Aqua.
Yeah, all things considered, like, Finn is so tanky. Again,
oh no!
Oh, you're doing that at Kelra? Okay. He doesn't burst him straight out. That is still a fighter. Thankfully for Kelra. That was a marksman. Ooh.
that was dangerous, though. Even the slightest bit of slow reaction time from Kera, he would have gotten taken out there with the Deadly Magic. But again, on one hand, Finn, by the way, with the glue, this is the build, right? The Curse Helmet into a glowing one. He just seems so tanky right now. Oh!
Okay, not, yeah. Okay. I thought it was going to be more threatening than that. Not bad.
Fortunately not.
Yeah, Nile is going for a full-on glass cannon build so far. The function just do a little bit of damage. Look at that. Oh,
AOG! It's an all-in this time. They get the shutdown. It's on Lutpi Iman. But they've already made it out in front of the resources. Do BTR want to take the fight is the question.
don't think so.
Yeah, they'll Nile needs to calm down.
Kalma. Kalma.
Yeah, we just talked about how he was abusing the mobility of the Harley. AOG right on top of the hat, that will do it. Catches him all out of guard. All the ultis used from ONIC though. 3 seconds for the neutral objective. Bigatron. Do they have an angle? They should have the control for now.
Yeah, I don't think they want to just like literally go for the fight here though. They're probably trying to bait on it. Oh, to going for this one. Shogun getting poked down.
That's wave though. We're trying to walk up Iman. Could be Iman backwards. Moreno with the mid-prio.
Okay, it's all about not overextending for Finn and Shogun at the same time. Moreno secured that rapid boost, so now he's more annoying. Look at that. Nile has Kelra on his bounty.
No ulti for now though, and the longer the dance goes on, the more Nile can wait and go for another attempt. And because of the mobility, he can go and clear his top side while the Lord is still being actively danced. Is that too greedy? ONIC doesn't know it though.
Yeah, I don't think that's too greedy. Yeah, he's gonna clear the lane, do a bit of damage, then go back to the hat again. Yep, not even going back to the hat. Because ONIC cannot do anything here. BTR is just gonna zone them away and poke them down with the resources they have in the... Oh! Right up close to the trigger.
Wow. Baits out the Fear of the Phoenix too.
That's a good trade.
Yep. And a flicker, remember. Lutpi, the side. Looking for that Fierce dive. Moreno won't fall for it.
BTR wants to go for the fight. I don't think they want to just burst down this Lord. I see the keyboard already very, very low. Shogun is just gunning him down.
Yeah, Lutpi. Oh, Lutpi trying to go for Fierce dive. They go for the Lord. Lutpi's caught all alone. Bursting down him out with the blazing duet now on Keyboy. Lantern Flare. Kelra picked up, thrown out of Nile. Deadly Magic. Keyboy gets away with the passive and the AOG. Nile zoning Sans away.
I guess that's good for Keyboy, but still, BTR is just running them down. Lutpi with a crucial miss. That's the weakness of Yusheng, right? Once you miss on the Furious dive, then your window is almost pretty much gone.
Yeah, but dude, for me it's more surprising that there was a dance going on and it's almost like Nile almost soloed the Lord, technically. I mean, there's high damage output from the Harley, but it's almost like they took it without barely any time there. ONIC definitely were caught off guard by that.
They took the Lord though. That they have done really well. Man, this is the Aldo Trinity Harley build, man. The one he's preaching about. Genius 1, Lightning Truncheon, Holy Crystal.
Yeah. It's crazy that in the earlier fight, BTR was trying to get either the kills or the Lord, but they get both at the same time. That's a lot of value, and they're up 5k right now. Amman secured the early Winter Crown after the Trinity to play a bit more safely. They get already an abundance of damage with Nile, so I'm rocking with that decision.
The lack of crowd control really isn't helping ONIC whatsoever, man. They're relying on Lutpi mainly for some kind of engage, which is why you see him walking around in the bushes trying to go for a Furious Dive Petrify.
Ooh.
For Bigatron, they can do whatever they want, right? They can engage with the glue, with Shogun, with Moreno even.
Okay.
Infinix is probably taking into account of what happened in the previous matches, right?
I don't know, actually. I don't think it's 50-50 here, but maybe they're taking into account the Biggie Choke.
That's true. And Keyboy wants to
that advance.
Biggie Choke and also ONIC's potential to come back, but I don't know why this feels a bit worse than the previous one. For some reason.
Sure, for sure, because like BTR have proper scaling.
Yeah, they have proper scaling. Again, ONIC doesn't really have game-changing big ultimates to turn fights around. And they're working with a 5k gold disadvantage at 13 minutes. This is going worse than the previous situations.
Yeah, despite that BTR has a lot of backliners, the peel is weirdly enough for BTR just because it's Shogun and Finn at the same time. They've been doing a decent job.
Oh!
No.
Whoa! Oh, what is that damage, my guy? Got a, oh man, almost an insta one shot there by Kyrie. He's been farming up quite a bit.
30. Cheeky attempt at assassination here, but Loot P.
Hold on, this might be a dragon form.
Yeah, he's trying to force it out for sure. Brings in under. Moreno's rotating. Niall doing the same thing now. But Finn just walks away.
Doesn't want to take any chances.
Yep.
BTR members
Lord's up.
prefers to set their position on the bushes here. Shogun already has a good or a decent position.
It's a slow push built up by Bigatron already as well, I believe. Earlier there were 2 minions there. There you go. It's dead even, and then there's a minion advantage for Bigatron. It's gonna push. ONIC gotta do something.
Yeah, they did a good job.
It's crazy that in these 2 games, Kelra on a Freya, a hero that's incredibly broken in this meta, has been a non-factor. Eman is playing with fire.
Niall.
That really is fire.
So Niall didn't get the steal right there.
Info, I think he achieved that Magic Trinity a while back. But
It's a different kind of Trinity.
It's the Divine Glaive that they're talking about.
Yeah, but it showed Holy Crystal.
That's
Okay.
why.
There you go. Okay.
The
Keyboard.
glaive.
Oh man.
Man, 1 or 2 sprays of the cards and you're out of there, dude. Electric gun for Eman as well. I think he's at full with a Winter Crown. That could be a game-changing item. ONIC needs to recognize that.
That's slow push bot. Kyrie's down below. He can't show.
Moreno. Look at the housekeeping by Moreno. He knows that
Yeah.
he has to be super careful with ONIC in the late game because the late game execution is just a whole different breed compared to the other teams right now. And ONIC, you've mentioned it, Mirko, this is a combo meta. And they have a lot of combo here. Look at Keyboard's HP!
That's a jump. Shogun wants to go. Eman with the blazing new one of the Winter Crown! Shogun with a jump finds Suns! BMI backwards. Shogun caught all alone, but look at the follow-up now. Lancer over on Kelra's gonna be knocked out, thrown back into the fray. He's gonna have to use all the resources to get back. Moreno on the sprint, chasing Ludwig now! With a walk-up, Moreno gets the Sky Piercer. Niall with the jump, Moreno with the execute. A base turret down below, only K and K. That's Kyrie and Keyboy.
Hold on.
Eman with a BMI forward. Now gonna go for the siege up top. That's a good juke, and Keyboy gets baited in. No AOG, he's dead. With Niall picking him up. Kyrie the only man left standing. The base wide open. They're gonna go for the recalls. I'm not too sure about that as the Mountain Shot comes in, but Eman with the blazing duet jumps on, and Kai goes in. Bigatron